Okay, it's recording now. But yeah,
Awesome.
but overall, you having a good afternoon?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's just about lunchtime, so I'm a bit hungry.
I was like, you didn't eat before you got on? No, no.
I was getting ready. I know, like, my mum came over this morning to sort some things out, and I was like, I need to get ready. But
No,
yeah, it's fine.
I understand. Well, after we
Yeah.
finish, you can eat. You can eat. I
Yes,
promise.
I will. I
All
will, of
right.
course.
All right. So let's get this thing on the way. So, nice to meet you. I'm Phil, host of the Conversation Podcast. So, I have a guest with me this morning. I usually don't do podcasts early in the morning, but time zone because this time I have a person
Mhm.
from the UK. Introduce yourself. Who's Aozora I'm speaking to this morning? Well,
Yes, I'm Aozora. I'm a content creator, and I have been since 2022, and
okay,
I'm from
okay.
England.
English. Yeah, I had there was I think my folks went to England like 2 years ago because they had like some kind
Mhm.
of conference or something in the UK. So I
Nice.
mean, the more they keep going to these things without me, I was like, y'all, can y'all take me with y'all so I can experience new stuff?
Yeah, you need to go next time for sure.
So we're trying to go to Japan in 2 years.
Wow. I'd
Yeah,
love to go there.
yeah, we have my mom has another conference over there.
Mhm.
So, but
Wow,
first
that'd be
time,
awesome.
first time she went there was 2008, and I was still the baby, so I
Yeah,
couldn't
of course.
couldn't go at all. So, I'll make it there eventually. I mean, we did went to
Yeah.
Mexico this year.
Wow, really? How was that?
Oh, it was great. Cancun, Mexico. I was like, last time we went there
Wow.
was like 2016,
Hmm.
like 9 years
Wow.
ago.
Wow.
It's really
Time
good
goes so
stuff.
fast. It's crazy.
I know, and it's scary. Scary.
It really is. Time just gets faster as you get older. Like, oof.
I know. So before we get started, sir, I want to start off with a little icebreaker.
Okay.
I've seen some of the photos on your Instagram page, because you are into like mythical creatures and everything. If I got that right.
Hmm. Yeah,
Have
I like
you
fantasy things.
okay? Have you decided to be a mermaid yet?
No, it's been suggested recently, to be fair, and I'm like, I could probably do that. But yeah, it takes a lot to put an idea together and then actually do it. So I feel like to be a mermaid, you're gonna need to be in the water.
Don't you like the water?
I do, but filming underwater, I've never done that.
I know there's a lot of people in London who do like a lot of filming. Maybe you can ask around, or maybe ask your friends if they
Maybe.
got good connections. Because I mean, don't you have like a lot of beaches in London too?
Well, I'm in like a rural part of England, so I just have fields and farms around me.
Oh,
Um, but the beaches, yeah, they're not particularly great unless you're going down to like Cornwall and Devon. That's where the nicer beaches are. So,
oh, okay. So the
yeah.
mermaid, so the mermaid thing is coming soon, but it's just you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, might take a little while.
Well, shoot, I'm tuning into that. See what you do.
For
'Cause
sure,
I'm
yeah.
excited. I'm excited. Like the more I like experience like different and people doing all kinds of like mythical creatures and cosplay and stuff.
Hmm.
It's more exciting that way.
It is, yeah. You get to just see people's creative ideas and people do some really awesome stuff.
So I'll be on the lookout for that.
Awesome.
So so the way I've done this, since and also since now I know that you're a mother, I added five more questions. So now it's actually 25 questions.
Hmm.
So because since you told me everything else, I was like, okay, now I can really get into her because she told me everything I needed to know. So yeah, I hope you're ready because there's also some deep dive questions as well.
Oof. Yeah,
So
we can go for
but
it.
all right, let's start with section one, creative journey and identity. Now, what first inspired you to step into modeling and content creation? And how did Azora come to represent your creative identity? Because I know Azora's got to mean something.
Yeah, so Zora means blue sky in Japanese. My favorite color is blue. I've always loved the sky. I'm one of them. When the sky is pretty, I take a picture of the sky. I just always have. So I think I came up with that name way before like I was a content creator. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use this name. I'm terrible at picking other names, so it just fit with me. But as for like starting content creation, it was a bit of a blur. Like I did some like camming back when I was like
Oh,
18. Again, I don't remember how I even got into that. It's kind of strange. And I opened up like my OnlyFans account. Then I didn't know how to run it, so I kind of posted on a couple of times and then left it until 2022, which is when I started up again. Um, I kind of just I'm in like this mum Facebook group. So I had two children. It's hard being a mother. You need like advice and stuff. So I was in this group, and then this woman posted about extra income. So I was like, oh, kind of interested. So I joined a little group with her, other mothers, and she kind of guided everyone through OnlyFans. So that's how I first started, and it was pretty good. Like I didn't really know what I was doing to start out with, but I went with it. I was in university. I had two really young children, and I just kind of like needed some money because like I couldn't leave the home to go and work because like I was a main carer for my children, and I also had to get my university degree. So it just helped me with that, really.
yeah, it's I know like, it's kind of difficult, being a mother. I can understand that. I know I'm not thing is I'm not I do understand, even though I'm not even married to anybody. I mean,
Yeah,
I've been on my own since high school, which is okay. I mean, I'm
yeah,
just focused on being successful right now. All the extra stuff will
absolutely.
come at a later date. But
Hmm.
it's nice that you figure out ways to maintain your foundation and understand,
Yeah,
like, I have to do this because I have to find a way to make money and take care of myself. This is my first time being on my own. So if I have to do whatever it takes, I gotta be careful while I'm doing it because I don't know what's gonna happen. But you make sure that you have priorities and you make sure to not give up and understand that, hey, I gotta do this because nobody else is helping me. It's time for me to go get after it.
exactly. Like if I didn't do that, there'd be so many things in my life that wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been able to like move back to be close to my family or provide for my children like I can, or like buy a house, which I've managed to be able to do now. Or like even just get driving lessons and get myself a car finally, because I always wanted to do that. So it's because of content creation that I actually managed to do that for once. So
And it's been great. And I like how you described your name Azura, because I know like every country girl has like very cool names, and it's
yeah.
like it's got to mean something. Like you don't want to just pick a name like it's like, oh, it doesn't mean something and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
because I know some people who do like the not safe for work stuff, they just like go with like original name, but they want to try
Yeah.
to feel like, can I pick a name that's a little bit bizarre and means something and let people understand, figure out on their
Hmm.
own time what it means. And yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I think that's what I like too. Like I want to figure out on my own what it means. Maybe I can ask them how they came out with the name later. But yeah,
Yeah.
Azora is a nice name for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Sure. Don't change it. Keep it. Okay. Like I
Yeah,
don't
I
need
don't I will never.
like for me, I just like I said, I just go by Phil. I don't need special names. Which,
Phil is good
which
enough.
is huh?
Said Phil is good enough.
Yeah. I mean like even if I'm using my regular name, I'm still doing amazing things.
Exactly. You don't like always need a creative name, but to have a name that's different to your own in this industry is kind of essential because you need that privacy and safety part of it as well.
Of course, of course. All right. Number two, how has your background or heritage influenced the way you express yourself through your work? I never did ask what your heritage was, but I guess you'll explain to me since I've asked this question.
Well, I'm just white, British. I was born in England. I live in England. I'll probably always live in England. I'm not really sure. Um, so as far as like heritage, I don't think there's like much going on with me. But I was trying to like figure out how. obviously my background influenced me. I mean, my mum has always been pretty like independent, and I definitely get my independence from her, which really helps with content creation because you kind of have to like build it up by yourself. Your ideas are coming from your own head, and to kind of get your ideas out, again, it's yourself. Like you have to put in all the work yourself, pretty much. Otherwise, it's not very authentic. So I think I get, yeah, my independence from her, and she's quite a strong person as well. So, and then my dad is very like hardworking, very work driven. But so is my mum. My mum would work like multiple jobs, just to keep money in the family, to keep her kids going, you know. So I get that from her mostly, and that's like my big work drive probably stems from my mum and partly my dad. So
Well, like mother, like daughter. So it's still,
yeah,
it's like you gotta have someone to inspire you to keep doing the things that you like doing. I know it's like you as a mother who has kids now. It's like you have to figure out how can I make sure my kids are all right while doing the
yeah,
stuff I love. You know,
yeah. Finding that balance is very important, I think.
so, and I think as you said, your mother. I think your mother is a good prime example of why you're just trying to get after it. Like if I have to do, if I have to make sacrifices every day, I would do that just to make sure that everything is going as well as it needs to be.
Yeah,
So
exactly. 'Cause that's what like she always did. So you always see the things your parents do and you learn from them. So yeah, my mum was like probably a big part of that.
that's sweet. Dude, maybe I should bring her on next time or something. Maybe ask about her stuff.
She'd be happy to talk.
She sounds interesting.
She likes to talk for sure, so she would be happy.
I guess that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Was there a specific
Oh no, sorry, the
the path?
connection went as you were saying that.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, did I cut out a little bit?
You did, yeah. Hold on. I
Can you hear me
can
now?
hear you, yeah. It's a little fuzzy. I don't know if that's my part or
Oh, I can still see you.
okay, okay.
Okay. Uh, what I was saying was there a specific turning point where you realized this could become a full-time creative path?
I think as soon as I saw the money kind of coming in more, I was kind of like, oh, like you can make money from this. And as your followers grow as well, the demand for content and stuff increases. So you kind of have to question, do I want to keep doing this? Because it's like a full-time job. It is very exhausting, also rewarding, but yeah, so it must have been maybe a year and a half ago. I was kind of like, oh, like I'm consistently making decent money. My followers are going up, people are enjoying seeing me, which I never thought. Like I never thought I'd be a content creator. I never thought people would want to see content from me. So I was kind of like, okay, I enjoy doing this. I'm gonna keep doing it, and I'm just gonna keep going with it for as long as I can. Because you never know how long you're gonna last in this industry. Sometimes you last a few months. Some people have been in it for like 10 years. You can't predict it really. So just have to keep doing what makes you happy. And it makes me happy doing this. So
Of course, I always do what makes you happy. Because how do what can I say this? I'm trying to gather my thoughts here.
that's okay, take your time.
Uh, yeah, you want to make sure you do things that make you happy. And so far, what I've seen so far, I was like, she really likes doing this kind of stuff. I mean, I can't really change how people do things as long as it's helping them sustain themselves, pay bills, or whatever. And
Hmm.
it's working out for you. I mean, you've done like a lot of like a lot of modeling, fantasy stuff, not safe for work stuff too. And it's like
Yeah.
it's still work in the end. I mean, I think that's what people just don't understand. Like the work that you're doing now, oh, it's always like professional work.
Yeah, yeah, like every day I am working, but I always get like so many comments saying, go get a real job and that kind of thing. And it's like my job is real. Like I pay bills, I pay my taxes, like posting to social media might seem really easy to people, but it's not. You have to constantly come up with creative ideas and everything. So I'm always figuring out what can I post on social media next because that's your main traffic source is social media. Without that following, you're not going to get your money, because
Mhm.
if you're doing like not safe for work stuff, so you have your platforms like OnlyFans, Fansly, ManyVids, and there's like countless others. Social media is pretty much key. Like you need to build that fan base. So you need to constantly post on social media. Otherwise, your content isn't pushed out. And that's
Mhm.
quite exhausting, to be honest, to have to post every single day, engage with people's comments, reply to messages. Like it is busy because you have your social media, but you also have your other platforms to kind of manage and work on to get your money as well. So it's difficult.
I understand. You already got your work cut out for you. You're just trying to be successful and just make a living off of this. And what really upsets me is that some people on the internet will say nasty things to women in like the not safe for work area, and
Hmm.
it's like, y'all, why? It's like there's this one thing that I saw on social media. I forgot her name was. It was I forgot what her name was. I think she was like I don't remember the name, but what he said was, don't worry about this thing. You do what you're best at, and I'm going to try to keep it safe for work here.
Yeah.
Just doing this and that. I'll tell you what he said after we're done here, just to keep it off record.
Yeah.
But he was saying that kind of stuff, and I was like, see, this is why and she also said, this is why I don't be dealing with people like that. I just
Yeah.
ignore or the noise and do what I believe in. And I think
That's what
what
you gotta
happened,
do.
and I think what happened after he said that, I think he got blocked.
Probably, yeah.
Mm. So, because I was like, yep, she did block him because I saw her story.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, like she was saying, this is supposed to be a safe place. Like, I love what I'm doing and what I'm doing,
Hmm.
but don't tell me what I should be focused on instead. That's not how it works here.
Yeah, so many people like to try and tell you what to do, what's going to make you happy, what's the right thing to do. But we live in a world where there's so many content creators nowadays. Like it's 2025, things are changing. You kind of have to like move with the world. Like me being a content creator, like a not safe for work content creator, is not going to affect that person's life. It's not affecting them. I'm doing what makes me happy, so I'm going to continue that. So why should I change just because your views don't agree with what I'm doing? Like it can be frustrating because so many people have this view and they're very stuck on that view that content creators are bad, it's not a real job. They need to go out and get like a 9 to 5 job, and it's like, but why? I am working. Uh,
Yeah, so but his name, like I respect, like I said, stuff like OnlyFans, Fansly, it's content creating. Like I respect
mhm.
everything. It took me a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
That I think that was just I think when in high school, like before college, I was looking at this stuff and I was like, it's just still regular work stuff. It still helps you pay everything. Now I'm starting to be more older and wiser. I know I'm still 25, so I'm still like a young
Yeah.
adult, but I'm starting to understand and respect the work that you're putting out there. And I was like, they're doing their own thing. Let them do their own thing, and I'll do mine. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be for everybody, but it is what it is. If you don't like it, then you don't go to them services. You just don't acknowledge it at all, really.
Exactly. And here's the other thing, like I was saying, like, I find ways to work with people. Like, I think you've seen that I've talked to a few voice actors. I actually spoke to three last week.
Wow.
Whew. that was exhausting. One from Apothecary Diaries, one from Demon Slayer, one from My Hero Academia Vigilantes. And yeah, I'll say, even if I'm not doing stuff that you're doing, Azora, or what they're doing, I
Hmm.
still find a way to work with you guys. And here
Yeah,
we
and that's
are.
really nice. It's nice to be open like that, to hear other people's views, because I don't know, like you don't know who's listening to your podcast and stuff. Like it can just be really insightful to people who are listening.
If people leave some nasty comics, I'm not gonna get them out of there. So, but yes, I want to hear y'all views because here's the thing, Azora. Even if you're still doing all this content creating and stuff, you're still a human being.
Hmm. Exactly. We're all human trying to live our only life, so you just you just gotta get through it.
That's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
Um, Number four, how do you balance authenticity with the expectations of online audiences?
So honestly, you just have to try to be yourself from the very beginning. Um, I think when I first started out, I would like copy obviously the popular videos, the trending sounds, because I didn't really know what I was doing when you start up with, which probably resonates to most creators. Um, but when I look back on it, I'm like, that's just not me. It wasn't the music I liked. I'm not really like a dancey person. Like you see, that's just not the kind of creator I am. Um, but it helped me get views. Like some of them did really well, and it helped build my following up, which I'm very grateful for. But over time, I've just like became more confident to be myself, just to like show my followers who I am more, like what my interests are, less filters, and just putting out all the music that I love to listen to. And that's probably been the best thing. Like, even if people are like, oh, I don't want to see this, you still have to ignore that and show it. Because I think this year I've been just showing more like casual things. I've been doing things around my house, just like painting or building things. And I've posted it, and people are like, oh, I don't want to see this kind of thing, just because they want to see more skin. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that. And I know I'm not going to get as many views or likes by posting this, but I'm showing the world more of who I am. Like, I'm not just a content creator, like, I'm a human being, and I have like an actual life behind it as well, which most of like my loyal fan base, you could call it, appreciate. They like seeing that side of me, and that's kind of all that matters. It's the content I want to put out, and you have to stick with it no matter what people say, because it can be quite hurtful to what people say to you online.
That's insane. And I've been seeing there was another person I talked to. I forgot, I know what I'm talking about. She's a local tattoo artist in my area. She does the same stuff
Mhm.
that you're doing, but it's only like partial nudity and all that stuff. And she was
Yeah,
saying she wants to express herself. She does painting, she does, everything else, she was wearing an apron and everything and wasn't wearing much. But that was her
yeah,
way of just being free without any restrictions.
yeah,
It's and I think you're doing the same thing. I like there's more to life than just not safe for work stuff. Now, maybe some people I understand that it has to pay. Mostly, it has to. You have to make money off of this, but you
yeah,
understand that there's more to life than just me doing that. I want to be able to do my own thing and enjoy life for a bit, express myself and what else I do. And you yourself, I seen some of your photos. You do painting. You do like a lot of. You actually were at like a symphony for My Neighbor Totoro.
yes. That was so cool.
Really cool stuff. See, you just want to get away from the stuff for a second and just enjoy life for a bit.
Yeah, that's why like I have multiple Instagrams. Like my main one, I'm gonna be posting more like personal things about me. But I kind of try to share that across all platforms as well. But it's unfortunate that, yeah, to get the views, you have to do more like thirst traps, they call it. But
Yeah.
to me, that just gets so boring posting that every single time. Like, I can't bring myself to post thirst traps all the time, because I'm like, I'm getting bored of it. My followers are going to get bored of it. Like, there needs to be variation. And, I like to share things. If I go to a museum, or if I read a book, or if I've gone to see some cute animals or something, I don't know. I like to just share it with my followers, because I don't know, I might make them smile or happy, or I don't know, pick up a book if they've not read a book for a long period of time. So it's better just to be yourself, be authentic.
Oh, Azura, you shouldn't give up. I mean, it's just, you want to like I listen, there are a few people on Instagram who want to see the other side because I was like, they do get tired of seeing a lot of skin these days.
Yeah.
They just want to see something different from you. And I'm one of the ones who actually want to see something different because I know I saw some of your stuff on OF, but I just wanted I was like, that can't be all she's doing. There's gotta be more to it.
Yeah, that's why I tried to, well, I want to like build up a YouTube and stuff like that. I'd like to stream as well with gaming, but with having kids, it's just hard to find the time to actually do these things. Um, but yeah, it'd be nice to be able to connect with my followers and just chat to them, really, to get to know people more.
Of course, and you shouldn't give up.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
I
give
won't. I'm definitely like working towards it. Things take time, but yeah, it's definitely my goal.
I did put something on my Instagram page saying, and never give up because great things take time.
That's very true. You don't get successful overnight, typically. I mean, the odd people do, but yeah, usually it's a work in progress, and that's okay.
Exactly. All right, so we are out of that section. We're in section two,
Yes.
artistry, modeling, and expression. So it's going to be adding on to like the previous ones where we were talking about expressing yourself and everything.
Yeah.
Number six, your content blends both confidence and creativity. How do you plan shoots or concepts that reflect your personal vision?
This question is like really tricky because uh, I struggle visualizing things to start with, and to put the visions inside my head to like a reality is really tricky. Like when I was doing all my Instagram, like Halloween looks, it took me a while because I really like focus on it. Like it needs to be how I want it to be. But I usually just use like Pinterest for a lot of ideas, but then it's trying to see like what makeup do I want, and then do all my accessories go? Where do I buy these accessories? Because a lot of the time, the things I visualize in my head that I want to wear, I can't buy them. And I don't have the time to make amazing outfits. I would love to, but I don't have the time, and it's kind of like frustrating. But usually I will use like pen and paper to write down all of my ideas, um, and then get like a Pinterest board to like try and visualize things. And I'm like, does that work together? Does it not? And then, you mooch over to social media to see if other people have done these ideas and what worked for them in a way to help you out. Because you can put a look together, but then trying to make reels is really tricky because you're like, what do I do in this outfit that's going to be interesting for people to see? So
Hmm.
that's a hard thing.
I was wondering, did you ever think about and I don't know if you can afford it. Have you ever thought of hiring a costume designer? No.
I haven't, but it would be probably expensive. I have to kind of focus on my tax bill right
Yeah,
now because
that,
that's awful.
yeah, that's what I was asking if you could afford it or not. I know it's a little expensive for like costume designers.
Yeah.
Like there are so many content creators that I follow that have like a whole team that handles everything, social media,
Wow.
costumes, etc. This is one guy
Hmm.
named Ozzy Devaris. He's an anime graphic designer. He's been
Hmm.
doing t-shirts and art for like many years. He's been to a lot of conventions, and the other day I saw him interviewing one of the voice actors from Dragon Ball, Stephanie Nalandi,
Wow.
Kid Goku. But yeah, I think
Nice.
but yeah, I was thinking, I was like, this I was thinking when before you came on, I was like, doesn't Azora have like a team or anything, or it's just I think she's just doing everything by herself.
Yeah, no, I put all my outfits together myself in my little room. I don't know if it's like different between maybe like American content creators to like British ones, but I don't really know many British content creators, to be honest, but I don't think we really get those big teams unless maybe you're like huge content creator. But yeah, I have to like figure things out myself. I mean, there's some ideas I've kind of asked some of my like creator friends, like, oh, how would you do this look? Like, Vampirita, she's great. She does like special effects makeup and stuff. Like her Halloween looks are incredible. And I'm not used to doing like painting on my face. So she helped me out loads. Which I'm really grateful for because without her, I wouldn't really know how to do these makeup looks apart from researching on YouTube. So it's pretty handy to have these content creator friends if you have like not a team to make these looks for you.
Yeah, you gotta have those connections. You want every people listen, every person you meet, like when I meet new people, I want to talk to them to understand what they do. And
Yeah.
you want to make sure you have that like this mutual relationship so y'all can connect and work on bigger progress. And you saying with Vampirita, I've seen some of her stuff too. Like she does like I was like she did this all by herself. I mean, she's helping you, Aozora, and I was like, it's really nice that you have those connections that'll help you do whatever
Yeah.
kind of stuff that you need. Like it's never hesitate to call on a friend.
Exactly. It's nice to just help other people, but then it's also nice for other people to help you. Because that can be quite tricky in this industry. Like some people just not wanting to help you out. I found like you might comment on somebody's post saying like, "Oh, like where did you get that?" or "How did you make this?" That kind of thing, and they don't want to answer you, um, which is just strange. I don't really understand that because like why wouldn't you want to help somebody out? Like if somebody asked me where I got some things from or how I did it, I'm always answering them. Like I want to help people out. So it's a shame that a lot of people don't do that.
They need to keep like listen, it's okay to ask questions. Like I want to know how to do this so I can get it right. Like listen, ask questions. I talk to people too. I ask certain questions, what I can and cannot do, what I
Hmm.
can and cannot say. That way I'll be, that way I don't mess up when the time comes.
Exactly, yeah. And plus we're all different anyway. Like if I ask you how you did your costume just because I did it, I'm not gonna be like the same as you in a way, you know. I'm still gonna be different. It's not gonna affect the other person. Uh,
So keep as long as keep making those connections. I think that's gonna carry you a long way. And yeah, those connections, you got friends who can help you do all kinds of like amazing photo shoots. And yeah, like I said, I've seen the Instagram posts that she has friends who help her with the photos and everything, the themes. It works.
mhm. Yeah, it'd be really cool.
Number 7, when it comes to modeling, how do you approach posing or styling to tell a story rather than just create an image? Because I've seen some of the photos you've done and on Instagram and on OF. And I was like, okay, well, maybe not OF. I know on Instagram, it's like you're telling
Mhm.
a story.
It's easy to do on social media, I guess. I guess maybe more thought goes into it in social media. Like I can't just take a picture and upload it. Because we all have our angles that we like to work with. But with more like photo shoots I've done, like with my swords and stuff, I always have this vision. I like to think I like fantasy stuff, so I like to try and bring that image out. Um, but there's like key features I know people like freckles and eyes and stuff. So I like to try and capture that and try and almost like talk to people with my eyes in a way. Not everyone can see that, but yeah, and then I always add my music to my posts, which is very important as well.
You gotta add music to your posts. I mean, now some of the stuff I listen to is rock music, but I was like,
Yeah.
she has a reason. I'm sorry, she has a reason for that. So I think what matters most is that I just pay attention to what's going on in the photo instead of just the music part. I mean, music is just like the special effects. But I
Yeah.
will say it's nice that you get to brainstorm these things because I know most models won't brainstorm and understand what the shoot is about.
Yeah.
um there was this magazine that was when I was in college. I graduated from college 2 years ago. um they had this thing called Strike magazine. I had a few issues with them because two of the people they were pretty rotten to the core. From what I heard is that Allie Woods, her name is Allie Woods. She's a good friend of mine. She has blue
Hmm.
hair and everything. She's based in Florida now. She moved to Florida after she graduated. She moved from Ohio to Florida, and
Hmm.
what she told me was these two girls who were the chief editors in chief, they just kept ordering stuff off of Amazon, and I was like, that was not, and they had to send that stuff back to Amazon. Like that wasn't like really good for them because it's like that
Yeah.
the purpose of like Strike and doing creative stuff is to be creative in your own way. Like you don't need to order stuff off of Amazon and then just send it back when you're finished with it. Keep it to like
Yeah.
be like a symbolism of the work that you've done. Like, have you ever seen me send back any of these gadgets I have on me, the microphone and stuff? Like, it's a need
Yeah.
because I need the stuff for so you can hear me crisply. Because lately, these mini microphones I've been using for the last 2 months,
Hmm.
I want my hands to be free.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
I was-
strange to send stuff back. Oh. Sorry, it's my cat.
so yeah,
Just calling.
I was like, so yeah, when me and her agree, it's nice that those two are gone. Like, like I said, I had a history with them. They were not good people, Zora.
No.
But yeah, it's nice that Allie was telling me that now with, her name is Daisy Flum. She's a friend of mine too. It's
Hmm.
nice that they're in charge of the magazine now and they get to do their own creative stuff instead of have to rely on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's
Because
important. I mean, sometimes you need to like buy things from Amazon to help you, but definitely not to like return it back, like all the stuff I bought from Amazon is like lighting and equipment like that. I keep it because you need it. I'll never send it back, or there's like some backdrops you have to buy. Um, but there's more to it than just backdrops. You need to pull things into the picture to kind of help. Like I always struggle finding backgrounds that I want to use. I'm always like, where can I take this picture or shoot this video? Like I don't want it to be boring in a way, but I also don't want it to take the focus off of me as well.
of course. And the thing is, my friend Allie, she now works at a thrift shop.
Wow.
So
Nice.
she be selling clothes and everything. And I was like,
Hmm.
that's good. We need, like, if you're gonna do like photos and stuff, get straight to come to the place that you work at, which is the thrift store. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
creators. There's a lot of amazing outfits in that store.
Hmm.
And I was thinking that's way better than having to order stuff off of Amazon and sending it back.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. People don't use, I mean, I don't know if thrift stores are the same as charity shops, maybe. I think that's what we call them. But yeah, you find so many things and you get to obviously help out the charities. So it's almost like a no-brainer to not use them. Like if I ever don't need my clothes anymore, I send everything to charity and like in the hopes somebody else can put good use to it.
Yeah, don't send it back.
That's
Sorry, excuse me. Still early,
okay.
but it's you gotta don't just send something back. You're not gonna gain anything out of it. I say just keep the stuff. Like I haven't sent anything back at all because it's not gonna like profit or anything make a benefit off of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because like sending those things back to those companies, it's really not making or break anything.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I
I
never do
say
that.
for you, you want to, like, and going back to like you doing these photos, I know that you have to brainstorm exactly how you're going to do this. You don't order anything offline. You find outfits that you have in your house, and like I said, you create your own costumes in your free time when you get a chance. So that's
Yeah.
working out too. And I say just keep doing that, and keep brainstorming, come up with ideas like ever since I started this whole thing, you see me come with the receipts. I put everything in my notes.
Hmm.
I don't
Nice.
lose these. That's why I was like, when I come up with these questions, let me put these in my notes and just keep it in there. And I even
Yeah.
and ever since then I got too excited. Now I started a Substack.
Wow.
Yeah, Substack's
Yeah.
for like where you write your own articles and stories in
Yeah,
there.
nice.
So I think you're familiar with it. If you're not, then it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of it before, but I mean, it'd be cool.
Okay. Okay. Next question. What's one project or collaboration that helped you grow as an artist or challenged how you see yourself?
Wow. Ooh, there wasn't like many collaborations. I mean, I did like a big group one at a castle this year, actually. That was really great. Um, I don't know if it really like challenged me. I mean, it challenged me as a person just because I am a shy person in real life. I know I might not come across that as that on social media, but I'm quite like introverted, shy, like the quiet person. So being a group is very difficult. Um, but it's nice to see how other people can be really creative, and it kind of like pushed me to kind of want to be more creative as well. So I'm like, wow, they're bringing all these ideas together and they're doing it so well. Like they shoot it so well. So I'm like, I want to do more of that. So I think that really helped, especially when I did the little castle trip with them all.
Yeah, because I think I saw that. Wasn't that with four others that you were? I can't remember what it was. Uh
There was quite a few, yeah, like Faye Dawn and um I don't know if you know like Kit the Beefcake, she was there as well. Like Starry
oh, okay.
Fawn, yeah. Yeah, there was like quite a few people, but they're all
I
like really
think
creative.
I think what challenged you was you were just trying to get out. You had to get out your comfort zone because this was something different.
Yeah. Yeah,
Usually, you like. Oh, go
yeah,
go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
not sorry. Yeah, I'm not used to getting like with other content creators. Like it's not something I do very often. So to spend a week in a castle with people you don't know, it's kind of like daunting because I went by myself. Other people they brought their partners with them. So I was a bit like, it's hard to do what you're used to doing by yourself to do it in like a group of people. Because everyone was doing their own photo shoots, but it's kind of having the confidence to dress up and take photos whilst people are walking around. It's kind of like, are they watching me? But you learn that they're not bothered. Everyone's just doing their own thing.
Yeah, of course, of course. You know, the thing is, I'm actually, and speaking of groups, Azora, that just reminded me. I did a podcast episode with three cosplayers, and this is my first time doing a group of people.
Hmm.
I was like, it was really great. Like when I posted the clip, it reached over 2,005K views, and I was
Nice.
like, ooh, that was my first time doing a group. Thing is, we were talking about, and this is and it was a situation that happened in August. It wasn't a good one. People were
Oh,
using this cosplayer was using blackface, and we had to talk about why
oh,
you shouldn't be doing that. But here's the thing, Azura, no
mm,
matter what you do, there's still gonna be people who's gonna be keep doing that stuff. Like this past Halloween, there's more people doing blackface, and it was like coming
yeah.
from the way everything's going on in my country right now. Country's on fire. It's literally on fire. And
Oh, yeah.
when I saw there was a certain woman that I recognized, I'm not going to say her name because I'm trying to keep her name out of my mouth.
Yep.
There's this
Okay.
certain person who kept doing blackface, and she got popular last year for doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And
Oh, wow.
I was like, I respect what this guy named Rixby said. Imagine waking up every day and black people's like the first thing on your mind. That's like that's like that's a mental illness.
People, yeah, there's just like no words to have for like how some people behave. You're just like, why? And it can be hard to see people become successful when their behaviors are so gross. Like I know a content creator. I met them again. I won't name names because I don't like to say mean things about people. I'm not a mean person at all.
I mean,
Um, but they weren't a nice person. Like they immediately mocked me the first time they spoke to me. Um, they were trying to see inappropriately touch somebody else, even though they said, please do not touch me, but they would continue to do so. And then now I just keep seeing them all over my Instagram, gaining so many followers, and I'm like, I just wish people knew almost how bad this person is, but you can only hope they change their behaviors and become like a better person. obviously it's nice to see people successful, but just need to be a nice person, you know. It's like it's
Yeah.
hard to see.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Like, listen, if we like, if you and me, if we did something together, I would always ask for consent. Like,
Absolutely,
I
that's the first thing.
yeah, like if we wanted to do like some kind of content, if we want to do a project or something, I just ask for consent first. I do not do anything that's gonna just step any boundaries, not gonna like do anything
Hmm.
inappropriate. Just y'all ask for consent. If y'all want to do something with this person in this industry, just ask for consent. It's not gonna hurt you. You know,
Exactly, like
just mm,
it's wild. That's just the first thing you do. You lay out your boundaries, and then you get consent. If there's people that want to do
mm,
more than that, then you just don't do content with them. That's fine, but never overstep boundaries. That's it's just
mm,
awful, you know, like you're just upsetting people and oh yeah, you're making yourself out
yeah,
to be a bad person. It's terrible.
yeah. And going back to the blackfish issue, I was like, when I posted that picture, I was like disappointed, but not surprised. They're just doing this for attention. Like they're
I don't
like
think I've
they're
seen
like
that.
yeah.
I
It's
don't think.
I have to send you a picture later if I can.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was like, don't give this person any attention because there was this guy that I saw. I was like, he was talking about that same one I was talking about. I'm not going to name names, try to keep her name out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But she was saying, he was saying, y'all don't give them any attention. She's like an attention sucking vampire. Don't don't do that. You
Yes.
know,
Gosh.
like, and I guess so. When I posted that saying not surprised, I was like, man, they are really obsessed with us. Oh well,
That's
sucks to be them.
strange.
I was like, sucks to be them.
Yeah, I wonder if they got like mean comments because obviously that'll help their engagement. So they're kind of like, oh, well, this helps me get views. I'm going to keep doing it, but it's like it's morally wrong. Like, just don't do that. Even if you're getting views, don't do that. But
So, and of course, he said, I'm not going to apologize. I mean, what do you expect? I mean, there's no reasoning. Listen, he even
oh
said, there's no reasoning with people like that.
no, as soon as they say that, you're like, okay, well, there's no point saying anything more because you're not going to change them, and it's very frustrating.
So, and listen, no matter, no matter how big the clout chasing you're doing, it's going to come back on you hard. And listen, here's the thing, Zora, you're gonna like this comment that I made on when I posted on Instagram. I was like, you also need to be like these people who are doing like all kind of stuff like blackface or any other stuff. I was like, y'all gonna learn the hard way. Like y'all have to like every time you do something like that. Like I tell people, you need to be careful about what you're putting out there on the internet because you're basically walking up and knocking on the devil's door.
Hmm. Absolutely. Like you're putting it on the internet, it's gonna stay on the internet, you know, it's gonna come back around at some point, you know, whether it's now or in 5 years' time. So
So
just don't do it, you know. Oof.
and people were right. They like what I said because what I'm saying is true. Like
Yeah.
I'm warning you guys because what you put out there because I'm not going to save you.
Nope. I don't well,
All,
they might save themselves, I don't know.
all I can do is give y'all information. All I can do
Yeah.
is give y'all information. Um, next up, number 9. We're almost at the end of this section. Then we'll be in section 3. Um,
Mhm.
how do you decide what parts of your life to share versus what to keep private? Because I know you don't want to share everything out there. You want to try to keep it, low profile.
Yeah, it can be quite tricky because I like to also be open, you know, showing people I'm a real person, but like of course I keep where I live private. I like to say, you know, I'm in a rural part of England because it's where I was born. It's just who I am. I'm not a city person kind of thing. Um, and then I'll see like your basic thing, like my age. I'm going to share my age, of course, because you share when your birthday is too. And I'll let people know, like I have 2 children, because, well, they're part of the reason why I do this job. But again, I'm not going to give people like my children's like names or ages or anything like that. I'm not gonna like mention any of my friends or families like names either or go into like my relationships and that kind of thing. Like people don't need to know
Yeah, they don't
that
need to know
stuff.
everything. They don't need to know everything.
Yeah, yeah, they can like know about me, my interests, the places I've been to as well. Like I'm fine sharing that. But yeah, you just have to kind of try and keep things private because so many like you see it quite a lot of the time, like people being found out. Um, and then people find out where you live and it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I think you've seen. Listen, thing is, and yes, I'm back in school. I'm taking a cybersecurity class. I'll be done by Christmas. I already got one of my certificates for PC repair and network technician. Um, we talked about in the cybersecurity last Monday. We talked on the cybersecurity class. We talked about whole doxing and data brokers, etc., that kind of stuff. Because lately, Instagram added the whole location now,
Yes, I
and
didn't
I was
realize
like,
that. Oh my gosh.
listen, on Instagram, my location is turned off because I don't want people finding out where I live.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Because you have people like data brokers who sell your information on the internet now,
Hmm.
and we. Yeah, I got guess what that discussion class got me really thinking deep and thinking like different situations because it's like this stuff that you're doing now with the whole doxing, I think it has something to do with people trying to find out where immigrants are lately in my country. Just because I think you've been
Yes.
seeing the reports about that stuff. So
It's quite
yeah,
big over here as well. People not liking immigrants and all that stuff.
like I say, I don't care what they are. I don't care if they came in here.
Yeah,
Y'all let them live their lives and do what they have to do. But
exactly.
the main thing is, it's like, okay, shoot, Instagram added this whole doxing thing. I had to turn my location off. I was like, shoot, they really want to know where you guys. I don't want people to know where I live at now. Sure, I only let my
Yeah.
my closest friends and people who I've talked to before. Because
Hmm.
it's really scary for creators. Like, I'll give you a few instances. There were some. I don't know. I think last time I checked, you were into animation. Are you into animation or no? You're not. No, not really.
Like I don't do it, but yeah, I like it.
Okay, so there's this issue with this voice actor, Zach Angler. He was in Demon Slayer as Tanjiro. There's this fan and her family who was following him around the convention. That's a little stalker and
Oh,
creepy.
yeah.
Afterwards, at night, they found the hotel he was staying at,
Oh
and I
gosh.
was and I was like, "What? Why? Like, why?"
Yeah, I don't know why people do that. Like this person is just a person. Like leave them alone. Like it's okay to be a fan, but you don't need to stalk somebody. Like that's just a way to scare somebody and make them not talk to you.
Yes. And the other thing too, I did a video on it too. I think he liked the video that I put up because he knows that I'm one of the good fans who respects his work and everything. Because
Yeah.
in the intro, I was like, "Hey, I think y'all know who this is, Zach Angler." I was like, "Hey, you should know him for stuff from Demon Slayer, the voice of Tanjiro. So you should know him for that. You should know him for the incredible work that he does. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
this is also Zach Angler."
Hmm.
So he liked my video because he
Nice.
actually sent me. I think I don't know if he sent me a message, but he liked it. He knew that I was the good ones out there who respects the voice actors and the work they're doing. Because listen, they already got enough in their hands just trying to go to like doing these characters and coming to conventions. So
Absolutely.
and listen, Aozora, this wasn't an isolated incident here. If you know WWE star Rhea Ripley,
Yeah.
someone found her house while she was out of the country in Australia.
Oof, that's scary.
And and listen, us as creators, it's kind of hard because we have to protect ourselves. Because it's one thing to watch art content and try to interact with people, but don't cross a line that you can't come back from.
Exactly. And there's been, I can't remember their name, but they've had to like move house multiple times because people keep finding out where they live. And it's hard, isn't it? Because you're doing a job you love and you want to do, but you also have to keep moving your life around because people just won't stop trying to invade your personal space. It's like you already get so much from somebody, they're posting so much about themselves online, at least give
Mhm.
them the decency to have some of their personal life to themselves. But
I
it's a
also
shame that it doesn't happen.
I talked to Jack about this. You know, he's the voice of the crowd from Vigilantes. I actually talked to Jack about this, and I was like, you know, and you're gonna like me because I was in one of my venting sessions. I was like, a this is why we still this is why I have to keep making videos because of people who
Mhm.
do stupid stuff like this.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's it's like there's no words for it, you know. It's just leave people alone, like
just
support them like from
but don't.
afar.
And like I said, if I wanted, and this goes back to my earlier discussion about you and content creation, if I wanted to work with you guys, I always ask for consent first.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Ask
the first step.
Azora, asking for consent will carry you a long way. It
Well, yeah, I
will.
mean, I couldn't think about not asking for consent. You know, you're not, you just can't do anything without giving consent. Like, you're not entitled to that,
Yeah,
you know.
ask for consent. Fill out, do a consent form.
Yep. Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what
I
we
just,
did when I was with the content creators at the castle. We all signed and laid out the things we're happy to do. So everybody was clear. But even
mhm.
in person, even if you've given like consent once, you still can ask again, you know, because people can change their mind.
it,
You know, they might be okay with it the day before, but the next day they might not be okay with it.
it,
So it's good to keep
it's,
checking.
I think the best thing I can do, you know, with when people do something, I think the best thing just keep talking about it. They like that I'm putting videos up talking about awareness and everything. So, but yeah, that's why I'm saying this is why I have to keep making videos because of stuff like this.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good to get the message out about consent. Just make as many people aware about it as you can.
So, and yeah, I guess I can keep doing it because I just like talking. I like putting information out there. You know, like I'm not trying to get into arguments with anybody. I'm just here to give
Yeah.
it out there and let y'all think for yourselves.
No, that's good. You have to do what you enjoy, and it's a good thing you're doing. So
Thanks. I appreciate it. Um, Number 10, what's your creative process like from concept to final post? Are you spontaneous or do you plan everything out?
I'm kind of almost a bit of both. Sometimes I don't have time to plan everything out, so I'm kind of like, quick, what am I doing today? Like this outfit with this outfit, and then this look, and then sometimes it can just spark more ideas. And then sometimes, like when I look through all the things that I have, I can spark a bigger idea, which will take me even longer to plan out, which is, like I mentioned earlier, using like Pinterest. Um, and like just Instagram, like try and search on Instagram if people have done these looks and how they build it. Because again, I struggle to visualize things a lot, which is why I have to do like a lot of research. So it's time consuming. Again, I don't have that much time. I have like 2, 3 hours in the evening, maybe, where I can research. But again, that needs to kind of be my downtime in a way and not just work, work, work. But um, yeah, it's exhausting in a way to come up with these concepts, but it's really fun at the same time because I like all the little details. I'm like, how do I want my makeup to look? And has anybody else done it? Like when I did my clown, I couldn't find any of the pictures of people who did the look I did, but I found so many awesome looks. But I'm like, that's not going to fit right with my vision. So that was really tricky. But I came up with a way and it worked out, which I'm really grateful for.
That's great. That's great. And listen, you know, as far as us like posting on social media, like I don't post anything without a reason. I want to make sure I thought this all the way through.
Yeah.
So I can't just like, hey, I did this, go like it or something. No, there has to be like a certain context behind this post. That way
Yeah.
that way they'll be like, okay, now I understand why he posted this because it's what he done. It's a message or project that he's done that everybody wants to see. So yeah,
Hmm.
Azora, every time you post something, you want to make sure you have some sort of context behind it. And
Yeah.
I think you've done that with all the stuff you've been posting lately.
Yeah. I try my best. I mean, sometimes it might not be that big of a meaning behind it, but I always try and incorporate me as a person, whether that's just a simple outfit I like to wear or trying to show off my kitchen a little bit, like to show that I have a cozy home and that it has accessories, that it's me. And it's not just like some plain background. Um, or like I did a picture just at my gaming set because I wanted to show off me, but also that I do game sometimes. um, but yeah, just like little things I try to put out to people.
That's sweet. I say, Azora, keep doing it. Make sure but yeah, I think you got everything down pat. You're brainstorming. You're knowing what you're doing. So keep doing it.
Yeah,
It's great.
thank you. Thank you, I
So,
will.
all right, we're halfway through now. So we're at section
Mhm.
3. Industry. Are you enjoying our conversation so far?
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. Like I said, it's my first time doing a podcast thing, so it's nice.
Okay. Just want to listen. I want to make sure my guests are comfortable. Okay. Just want to make sure. That's why I always ask if they enjoy themselves.
No, that's important, and I appreciate it. So,
Uh, Section 3. Section 3 is industry insight and stigma.
okay.
So I really wanted to make sure I got this question really thought all the way through. It looks like I did a good job. You said you did like it because there's always behind the scenes in the industry as well. There's often a misunderstanding. There's often a misunderstanding or stigma surrounding creators on platforms like Fansly or OnlyFans.
Hmm.
How do you navigate that with professionalism and pride?
I mean, I'm not like an angry or mean person, so I can never really come across as like vicious. I never want to be mean to anybody despite their mean comments. But yeah, people just always look down at you for the job you have. And to me, I don't really understand it because I'm like, I'm doing what I like to do. It's not affecting you. If anything, you're just wasting your time, your energy trying to put down others. And I'm like, why would you want to waste your time? Why are you spending time putting these comments out just because of a job somebody's doing? Like, I'm not hurting anybody with my job. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, make a comment about a job if they're legit hurting people and being awful. But that's not what I'm doing. So it's it's hard. Often I just ignore the comments. I can always delete them if I want, but I usually just reply nicely sometimes because I'm like, well, you're not affecting me, and you're never really going to get through to these people because they probably post so many times and like reply to people's comments so many times saying mean things. So as much as I want to get through to them to stop being mean, um, you can't. Um, so yeah, I just I just be myself. I either ignore or I just reply nicely, you know.
There's an old saying: "Peace and love over hatred."
Yeah. Yeah,
Always.
I don't like the drama or things like that. I'm just like I don't want a part of it. So
Yeah, I mean, Azura, you're just doing your own thing. You're just trying to basically you just want to be successful. That's all. You're not asking for anything else.
yeah, I just want to be happy. I want other people to be happy, and I just want to do what I enjoy. I want people to enjoy what they do as well.
Well, hey, those people who are like barking at you and all stuff, they can go swim in shark infested waters for all I care.
Yeah, well, I
So
mean, thankfully, I don't really get that many hate comments, but I got like a direct message the other day, and it was probably the meanest thing anyone has ever said. I don't really know if I can repeat it on here. One of them was like a swear word, so I don't know if I can say it, but I was like,
no,
wow.
just listen. It's a safe space. It's just no filters. So
So I just she had a DM. I've never messaged them before or anything, and she just said, "Disgusting, fat, ugly bitch. Hope you die." And I was like, whoa. I didn't know how to process it. I was like, It's wild. Like, I've literally done nothing for you to comment that. Like, wishing me to die. I was like, that's extreme. Like, you've gone out your way to message me that.
To
Like,
just think that
thankfully,
it
I'm not going
sounds
to act upon any of that, but you
it
never
sounded like
know.
a she sounded like a child.
Well, their
She's
account was just full of anime drawings they do and stuff, but so I don't know who they are, but I'm like, wow.
you should
It's
listen. There's a similar situation like that. Listen, I was playing on my Xbox 360 on the Xbox Series X. I was playing Gears 5 multiplayer. After the match, this one dude comes into my direct message me and calls me a bum, and I was like,
what?
what? Why? I mean, I don't care. I'm just playing the game. I'm just enjoying it. So he kept calling me names, and here's what I said, and I clapped back to him because after I said this, he unblocked me. I was like, okay, so this guy's a coward. Here's what I said. I said, okay, so apparently your superpower is name calling. Get some new material, jerk off.
He clearly didn't like that one.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so he called me a big name, and then afterwards he blocked me because he knew he couldn't handle it. I was like, man,
Well, yeah.
it's
Well, he knew he couldn't get
funny.
through to you, so.
So you can go ahead and block me. I don't care. I'm going back to play on my Xbox. Okay, have a good night.
It's the best way to be.
So this
Yeah.
this people be saying all kinds of crazy stuff on the internet. So there was another incident, but I'll tell you once we get off of here.
Hmm.
Um let's see. Next, do you feel the industry is becoming more accepting of diverse expressions of beauty and sexuality, or is there still work to do?
It's becoming more accepting. I think there's more work to be done. Um, Probably take a little while, but there's always going to be trends, like beauty trends, people will follow. Um, but I do see people being themselves a lot more, not editing their body, their faces, showing that our skin has these bumps, the marks on our skin. We don't need to have perfectly smooth skin, which is important because like I used to like filter my face because I was like, oh, but I try to not do that. And I think it's really important, especially if younger generations see your content, you have to show them that it's okay to look how you do. You don't have to have this perfect face, perfect nose, perfect body, because a lot of the time the stuff you see on the internet is edited. Like if you see that person in real life, that's they're not going to look like that. And a lot of the time people pose differently, so their body will look different just from simply posing. Um, so I think people could be more open to showing that how natural our bodies are, the stretch marks and stuff. Like some of my pictures, you can see my stretch marks on my legs. Like I'm not going to edit that out. I don't need to because it's just who I am. If you don't like it, then don't look at it. But
Of course. Listen, I don't
yeah.
want you. Listen, I've been seeing some of the stuff you've been posting. I was like, I don't want you to change. I actually like some of the photos because it's who you are. You don't
Yeah.
have to do any extra edits. Like, don't. There have been so there was another discussion I talked about with a tattoo artist. She does lewd tattoos, like
Hmm.
stuff like like hentai and all that stuff and everything. If you know what
Yeah.
that is, I think you know what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
She was saying like she wants to do tattoos where it's like because there's a lot of body shaming. And it's like I want them to feel like this is a tattoo they can live with, and they're not feeling so bad about it. Like I want to be able to
Hmm.
she's did stuff with she's done like a lot of stuff in like hentai shows and everything. I watched some of them; they're really good. Here's the thing, but behind all those shows we've seen on like those websites, it's like it's not just them. We're not just watching bodies and stuff. We're
Hmm.
watching, like behind it, they're still showing like a lot of stories and connections. And I think that's what people usually I think that's what people usually do. They just don't they just like focus on they just focus on people having sex, which is not really
Yeah.
the main part of the hentai. There is more to it if you just sit down and
Yeah.
pay attention to it.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't always pay attention to the detail, but that's always going to be the case in a way. But yeah,
I say, and I know some, not safe for work creators, they don't. Some of you guys don't see it that way. Y'all just doing it because I just want to make money. But I think with you, Azora, you still want to make money, but you're still expressing yourself and telling your story in your own way.
yeah, it's kind of like a big process because even though I'm a creator, like I have like a lot of insecurities, so that makes my job pretty difficult. I think a lot of creators do have maybe like body image issues that are working on. Like I've seen a lot of creators talk about that as well. Um, so that can be really difficult when you're trying to take a picture of your body and you might be really insecure in the moment. But even if I'm feeling insecure, I'll still post a picture, even if I'm like, oh, I don't like how my nose looks in this picture. I have to really focus on just ignoring that. And I will kind of put it in the caption as well to be like, oh, I'm a bit like insecure, but I'm going to put it out anyway. Some people think, oh, you're just trying to get more attention and lying, but I'm not. I'm just trying to be real with you because I have to post every day and sometimes I'm very insecure, but you have to work through it and it kind of helps to just push yourself through it.
Yeah, of course, Azora. You like I said before, Azora, you're just trying to be successful. That's all you're asking for. You're not asking for anything
Yeah,
else. I just want to be successful at what I'm doing. I want to make sure I'm taking care of myself. That's all you're doing.
exactly. Yeah, it's having that balance between working hard, trying to be successful, but also looking after yourself and making sure like you're happy as well.
Of course, of course. Let's see. Number 13. How important is community support from fans, peers, and collaborators to staying grounded in your work? And yes, I'm one of those supporters here.
Oh, thank you. um, so is it so can you repeat it? My cat was using the litter tray.
So, how important is community support from fans, peers, and collaborators to staying included in your work?
Um, it's like super important. Sorry, my light just died. Hopefully it's still
I can
light
still
enough.
see you.
Awesome. It's like without it, I probably wouldn't keep going because if you don't have that support, then almost like how do you know to keep going? In a way, like knowing there's people there that enjoy your work, they want to see more, makes you want to do more. And you often get these really cool ideas like from your like supporters, which inspire your content. Like I'm always asking, like, what do people want to see from me? And I try and do that. Like with my Halloween, I did a pumpkin head because I did it last year, but I was like, I want to change it up. So I asked, and people wanted to see it in like my armor bikini. So I was like, that's a good idea. I didn't actually think to put that
With all
together.
those with all those spikes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Um
that.
yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll do that. And it's pretty cool. It's helpful and I'm always appreciative of the support. Sometimes I worry in case people don't see how much I appreciate them, but yeah, I really do. I love all my supporters and fans.
Gotta have a support system, I've seen, I heard some people, when they do like cosplay and stuff, they feel like I need to, like, I don't know, like the mentality. Like, I will say this, Azora, and I had the same thought process when I started this whole thing. I kept telling myself, what's the point of all this? Like,
Yeah.
what am I doing this for? And that's a really powerful question. Like, what's the point of all this? It's like sometimes in
Mhm.
life we find ourselves at a crossroads where it's like, what's next for me? Like, what happens next after I keep doing this for like a long time? Like, it's scary, but it's a question we do have to think about.
Yeah, it's important to think about. I think it's important to not put too much focus on the future because that can take you away from the present, from like what you're doing now. But I think it's always good to kind of know what your plans might be if the thing you're doing now isn't gonna work out as such. But it can be tricky to navigate for sure, I think.
Can be tricky. I think the most important thing is, I told myself maybe for now, let's just keep doing it. Stay focused on what you're trying to do. I know I don't have the complete answer. Listen, sometimes I don't have the answers.
Yeah,
I don't have all the answers. It's just something that I
nobody
have to
does.
figure. It's something that I have to figure out on my own eventually, and I believe everything's going to work out.
It will, yeah. I mean, you're always gonna have good days, bad days, periods of your life where it's gonna be pretty gnarly, but like I said, there's always light at the end of the tunnel to be one of them quotes, but it's true. You just need to have that mindset and a support system to help you get through those like moments to make sure you realize you will get through them.
Of course, of course, and and also if you can, just go talk to somebody. Just someone you
Hmm.
trust that can like help you do it. Because I know I've seen so many people who like go to therapy and like they talk to the therapist, and it's like it does help. Like just like go find someone you trust to talk to.
Exactly. Like I have a therapist. They are awesome, but I also have like family and friends. Like my best friend is awesome. So it's really essential to be honest. And even if like you don't have anybody to talk to, well, I mean, I don't know if it's the same in America, but you have the numbers you can call and you can talk to somebody for free, which is like huge. And a lot of people aren't really aware of that. So I think more awareness on that would be pretty good.
Of course. We're almost at the end of the section. Then we'll be in the next one: motherhood, education, and balance. Um, what boundaries or standards do you set for yourself to ensure your work aligns with your values? And as I said before, even as you do the stuff, you got to set boundaries.
Hmm, that's true. I mean, I don't know what my boundaries are. I mean, obviously, like being a mother and stuff, I keep my kids away from like my job. Like they don't see anything or whatnot when they get older. If they see stuff, it's almost out of my control. But yeah, I'm not really sure like what my boundaries would be as such, I think.
Mhm. Okay. Right, I understand. Like I said, you don't know all the answers, but yeah,
Yeah,
I think you got your boundaries pretty set and high. Because I know as a mother, you got to keep stuff in for kids. Kids don't need to be seeing all that stuff,
no.
and it's like the trick to it is like they're gonna ask you what you've done before, like what was your life like back in the day, and you want to make sure you want to figure out how you can answer the question without giving too much information.
Yeah, and of course, like I thought about that. I thought about it when I first started because it's a big thing. And obviously, a lot of people come at you for having children and being in this industry as well. I've had comments saying I'm a terrible mother. I'm going to like mess my kids up and that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, I'm going to raise my kids nicely and I'm going to teach them to respect people and not judge them on the jobs they do. Um,
Yeah, yeah, Zora,
but
you got you know what you got to do. You listen. As far as you doing all this stuff, you just want to make sure your kids are very nice people. That's all you want.
yeah, yeah, that's just means all I ever want for people just to be nice. So I just to keep them away from it. I mean, of course they're gonna come into like my office, but they don't see any of my work stuff. They see my computer, where I play games on and stuff. So and I don't mention anything about my work. I mean, they don't ask me about it. They're too young for that anyway. But when they're like over 18 and they ever ask me about it, then I will be open, obviously not into the details, but I think as the years go by, it's just going to become more normalized because so many people do this job that it's just this this just what most people do.
Of course. And listen, as I said before, I respect your job, and you just trying to make sure wherever you do what you're doing now, you just want to make sure things will be fine, and you're just being successful in the end.
Exactly, yeah. You just have to work through it, and I'm using this job to kind of maybe build more businesses or something so my kids are secure in the future. But it's always like down to trying to provide for them and making sure they're going to be okay in the best way I can.
Sure, of course. All right, last question of this section. What advice would you give to someone who wants to enter this creative space but feels judgment or criticism?
Oh, well, you're going to be judged and criticized kind of no matter what you do. Like, as soon as you put yourself out on social media, you're going to get that. I mean, if you really don't like it, there's tools where you can like filter out words. So if people comment those words, it's not going to let them comment. And same as like messaging. I mean, you don't have to check your messages, you can turn that off. But you have to just tell yourself these are strangers. You're never going to meet them. They're not going to be in your life. You know, do what makes you happy. That's just the biggest thing. Ignore the comments as best as you can. And as long as you keep doing what makes you happy, then you'll be successful. Like, be yourself, be happy. Not everybody's going to like it, but you can't please everybody in this world. That's impossible. We all have a type. You're not going to be everybody's type. So just as long as you enjoy your day, then that's it.
It, exactly. And listen, not everybody's gonna like me, and now I was gonna like you either. So I was like, don't
Yep,
let that stop you from doing what you have to do.
exactly. Otherwise, you'll stop doing the thing you want to do. And what for? Like, for somebody's comment, don't let them rule your life. Don't let them
You
bring you
know,
down and stop you from doing what you love to do.
it's not that you say that we're saying on this because Azora, I was bullied when I was back in elementary and high school, elementary to high school.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
was like, I didn't let that stop me. Do I was, bullied. I was punched in the face too.
Yeah, I
You
had a hula
know,
hoop thrown in my face once.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
so got punched in the face twice on Fridays.
Oh
So
gosh,
just, but I didn't let the scars take over my life.
that's good. It kind of shapes who you are as a person at the end of the
Mhm.
day. But it's just, it's awful to what happens as a kid, isn't it? Some kids are so mean.
So,
Ugh,
but yeah, but that didn't stop me from where I am today.
and that's good. And I'm glad.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Section 4, motherhood, education, and balance.
Mhm.
All right. So now that I've read all about you, you're a mother. Now you have a chemistry degree. So let's talk about that stuff. So number 16, you're a mother as well. How has parenthood changed your outlook on creativity and career?
Hmm. I mean, I don't think it's changed my outlook on creativity as such. Well, maybe it does because having children, you have to be creative in ways to kind of keep them occupied and have fun and that kind of thing. So it kind of helps me expand my ideas more. Seeing the things like they enjoy, I can kind of bring it in. Um, but otherwise, I don't really know. I don't think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I just want to ask because I know, like, with parenthood, sometimes it's like, I don't know, like, me having kids, do I really want to keep doing this kind of thing? But I think you're making it work. I mean, even though you have kids, you're still putting yourself out there. You're still making content for people to enjoy.
Yeah.
So I think you just have to brainstorm how you're going to make it work. Listen, when you get faced with a challenge, you have to figure out how to make it work. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I'm so many years in now. I'm not gonna stop in a way, like I'm gonna keep going until I don't enjoy doing it as much anymore. Even with kids, they're not like a setback or anything. I mean, having kids makes it tricky to make the content because I have little time and so they come first, but it's it's not the end of the world if I miss a day or two of like filming stuff because I have to provide for them, and thankfully most of my supporters they understand that.
but hey, I'm one of the new ones, so I understand it too.
Thank you.
So do what you have to do to take care of yourself and your kids. Okay.
Yeah, I always will.
How do you balance being a full-time creator with the responsibilities of motherhood?
It's a very hard one. It's exhausting. It kind of like depends on the ages of the kids as well. Like, thankfully, school helps because when you don't have school, you don't have that time to create content because you have to create content all of the time, like social media and other platforms. You need that time to like film, edit, message people, and you can't do that with your kids around. I mean, some people probably do. I don't want to do that. I want to be around for my kids when they're here. So I have to maximize my time that I have, but it's such a hard balance, especially when I know I have a lot of work to do, but I don't have the time to do it. So that can be quite overwhelming and stressful. And I'm like feeling bad if I can't put out content when I want to, because I'm like, oh, I don't want like my fans to be like, oh, why is she not putting this out? Or if they like unfollow me and that kind of thing. So you kind of have to hope that people are understanding. I mean, some people can be mean about it. They're like, oh, you've not messaged me back or this kind of thing. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I have to juggle so much. Like, I have to plan my work, do my work, edit it, post it, message people, look after my kids, have a life, see other people in my life, as well as giving everything my full attention online. It is overwhelming, but I also enjoy it. So,
That's why I keep saying, like, it's like I said, like there's more to life than just what you're doing. I got other things I have
mhm.
to take care of. Like, y'all demand so much. There are so many people who just have no disregard for the person. They just want to see stuff. Like, have you ever imagined that they're still human even though they're doing this stuff?
I
They got
know,
other
right?
things to do. And what pisses me off most is that people would just say like some dumb stuff like that. They like listen. Every time when I see stuff like that outside, and we're all too willing to post dumb shit like this. Like, let the people do what they're supposed to, like what they're trying to do. Let them. If they got other stuff to do, let them do that. Stop.
Exactly, yeah. But you kind of just ignore the ones that don't appreciate that. But it's nice to know that there's like subscribers out there that are fine with it and they know you have a life as well, so that makes you feel better to hear those things.
Of course. And listen, like I said, when I've been seeing your stuff, I was like, since I learned that you're a mother, and I know, I mean, there's more than just seeing you expressing yourself, showing more of you. Like,
Yeah.
I'm one of the ones who respects, like, if you need to do stuff, go ahead, take your time. I just listen, I be telling the voice actors the same thing, these anime shows. Like, if you're sick, go take care of yourself first. Whereas,
Yeah.
Jack was telling me, I got it, man. I got it. I got a wife here who's a good nurse, so I'm good.
That was
So
perfect.
I'm just listen,
Yeah.
I'm just one of the ones who's like to like be considerate. Like,
Absolutely. Me too,
mhm,
Just
like I
self-care
got
is important.
I got other things to do than to see you guys and everything. Oh, I do want to see you now. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just being considerate.
No, that's nice, and well, we appreciate it as well.
So yeah, I'm one that like I think some most of you guys see me more than just the person who likes looking at the stuff that you're doing. I'm just the one who just want to express your just understand your thoughts.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's why I'd be like, if I can just spare, if I can just get at least 10 to 15, if it's like 10 to 15 minutes, or if y'all can't, just or 5 minutes, I just want to talk to you guys.
Oh, yeah, that's kind.
So, now you have a degree in medical science, right?
I do indeed.
Okay. You also have a degree in medical science. What first drew you to that field, and what did it teach you about discipline and focus?
I have always loved science, anatomy. Um, so I did that. It's fascinating stuff. I still love science and anatomy. Like I show that through my tattoos. And I try to talk about it and stuff as well. But so I think when I did like medical science at college before university as well, and it was just awesome. But I knew I wanted to be a doctor, so I had to do this in order to become a doctor. But then I kind of was like, I want to be like a forensic pathologist or pediatric pathologist. Um, Again, you have to go through medical school to do that. But of course, I'm like a content creator now, but I'd still love to be in the medical field. Probably not likely now because I've been a content creator, but I can live with that. There's other avenues I can take, but having that degree, you have to be focused, you have to be disciplined, otherwise you're not going to get through the degree. You're not going to do well. There's kind of like no point doing it. Um, so it really teach me to focus, especially working, having two children, trying to do a university degree is just hard to say the least. So you have to be disciplined. You have to be like, no, I need my time to study, otherwise it's not going to work. And it was just really tricky, but I'm really proud that I managed to do that. And I would have loved to have gone on to do graduate medicine, but I think I just realized, I can work from home, provide for my children, make a good wage. So I kind of just continued being a content curator, and I think my brain was really like frazzled out from studying so much that I just needed almost a break from studying, but I would love to go back to study, to be honest. Um, Maybe sometimes I think about being like an autopsy pathology technician because I love that line of work. It's fascinating to me.
Well, Azora, I will say this too, Azora. It's okay to like have something under your belt. So at least you'll have
Yeah.
something to go to when you feel like this is something I can't do the content creating anymore. I have something else to do. Like, listen, I
Yeah.
went to school. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in digital media production and journalism because I like this stuff. Did you see
Yeah.
right here? And it's
Hmm.
like I
Nice.
want to be able to like have like because I also do video game walkthroughs. I haven't done a video game walkthrough like in 3 months because
Mm.
I've been focusing on getting this off the ground, trying to take the
Yeah.
journalism thing seriously. Then I realized, while the media is limited right now, I had to find something else to do. So I went back to school and I'm about to be done with the cybersecurity program
Nice.
because I've
Yeah, that's really cool.
realized it doesn't hurt to have something extra. It never hurts to have something extra. That way, you can
Yeah.
like have you want to have some kind of foundation that can help you with the stuff like your content creating, your not safe for work stuff, everything. That
Hmm.
way, it's something you can go back to and be like, okay, I need to do something else. I just want to take a break from all the noise for a bit.
Absolutely. And it's just important to do things you enjoy to do as well. Like never go and study something just because you want it under your belt. You have to make sure you're going to enjoy it as well. I mean, of course, you're going to have to pay for it and it can be expensive, but it's worth it to just have that. that backup, the extra knowledge, and you get to do something you enjoy.
Yeah.
It's like a no-brainer.
You did say that you said you had tattoos and everything. Like I see one on your finger. There's one on your chest right there.
Yep, I have like 2 stags on my chest.
I was like,
Yeah, I've got
is
lots.
that a like is that a fairy or what is it? Or is it
No, they're 2 stags clashing
oh
heads.
oh oh I see it now. I see it. Okay. Sorry, I just what it looked like. It looked like oh, I didn't look too closely at it. I thought it was a
No, it's
fairy or
okay.
something.
I
I
mean,
mean
that'd be pretty cute.
it looks great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So because I was thinking like she's into fantasy. I wonder if she had a fairy tattoo or something. You know,
No, I have like 2 big dragons, like one on each thigh. So
it
that's probably
works.
the only fantasy piece I have. Otherwise, it's like nature, animal, anatomy related.
Well,
That's
hey,
like more who I am.
it's working.
Thanks.
So, number let's see. Next one. Do you find any parallels between your scientific background and your creative process? Any parallels at all?
I don't think there is because it's doing a medical science degree and content creation is pretty different, you know. Um, it's very with medical science. You go to your class, there's so much content. You need to sit down and revise. I mean, I suppose having to sit down and research things, that's probably the only parallel because with content creation, you have to research ways and how people like run their pages, what's working right now, what's trending right now, what do people want to see, what is like the TikTok and Instagram algorithm like, because that's like forever changing. Um, so I guess it's like research in this field as well, and you have to be disciplined in a way because I'm focused. Otherwise, you're not going to get the content out to people. And yeah, you just have to just focus on the things you want to do as well. That's
Of
probably the only
course.
parallels.
Okay. Yeah, because I know, like, with this, I was like, maybe science and content creator can go hand in hand in each other. Could help, one could help the other. I just thought, maybe I could ask her something like that. It could help one or other. Maybe just like some like similarities. Not sure. I may not need to do some more research, but I just wanted to pick
Mm-hmm.
your brain about that certain section.
No, that's pretty interesting. It's a good question. But yeah, I guess it's not too many similarities. I mean, of course, science can be brought into the content creation world because there's plenty of that on social media anyway. Um, well, it's a good tool to have, isn't it? Social media, especially as a scientist, and you want to bring knowledge out to your work. I think it's very important to push that out. Because I love science and love reading about new things coming out. And social media is an awesome tool to do that.
Definitely is an option too. Yeah, I got to keep exploring these these are really good. This was a really good question. Maybe I should explore that area a little bit
Mm-hmm.
after we're done.
Yeah,
Um, what lessons from both motherhood and education have shaped the person you are today?
I think it's just helped me become more like resilient as well. Because university, being a mother, and everything is hard work. So it's kind of helped me realize I can like put the hard work in. I can get through it. I can be focused. I can achieve the things I want to do if I just put my head down and do it and get through these difficult things, even though I enjoy them. Because not everything's going to be great, but I can I can do it if I want to do it. And that's the whole reason I wanted to keep going through my university degree because I could drop out. I had people suggest to me, why don't you just drop out? And I'm like, nope. Like, I want to do my degree. I want to finish it. It's extremely hard and I'm exhausted and stressed, but why would I quit now? Like, I've become so far. I would always regret it if I quit. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm I'm not going to be a quitter. If there's something I want to achieve, I will find a way to achieve that.
It's funny that you say that because me and Jack had that same conversation. Like, he when he goes to conventions, he had people ask him, "Oh, it's like, how did I get into voice ed? Like, hey, should I drop out?" Just say, you say, no, no, don't do that. Don't do that because you don't know how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
So I say stay in school, get your degree, and do that. And guess what? Even though I want to see these people in like California or something in the U.S., I was like, they kept telling me, stay in school. Don't worry about us. Do what you need to do. And look at me now. I just been focused, and I'll be done by Christmas. Everything's been working out so far because I know that eventually, if I have to take a break from doing the show at some point,
Hmm.
I have to do something in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. And well,
It's
cybersecurity is a very good field to get into.
It is like there's a lot of like media companies where I need cybersecurity people,
Yeah.
and it's like it's an endless like you get to work from home too. You got to make sure you have a good
Hmm.
computer, but there's no limits. Like
Yeah.
pretty much you can work from home. Like it will never go out of business because technology is evolving these days. So we
Yeah,
need people to know all the systems and everything. Listen, I'm still learning how the cybersecurity thing works. Listen, I know even after I'm done, I still have a lot to learn.
of course. I mean, there's always something to learn. Yeah, that'll
Mhm.
always be the case.
Exactly. So, just I say, you did a good job not dropping out because you need to make sure you have something extra in case
Hmm.
you need to take a step back from all the content creator that you're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now we're at the finale now. I know it's almost been 2 hours, but I'm glad you managed to stay as long as possible because I know as a mother you got plus you got content to create later. I don't know if you're doing that
Yeah.
today, so there's that.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah. And I gotta eat some food.
So let's get through this and then we'll just wrap it up soon. And I don't have extra thing to ask you after we're done here.
Okay.
Section 4, personal growth and advice. How has this career helped you grow personally in confidence, self-understanding, or independence?
It's definitely helped my confidence levels. Like as I said earlier, I'm pretty introverted and shy. I mean, like I still am. I'm a bit better in social situations. Like I can be more myself with how I dress as well. It's kind of helped me just wear almost what I want to wear. I mean, I might not wear like low cut or show too much skin outside. I'm still like shy doing that, but um yeah, it's made me more confidence, realize more of like who I am, and how I want to be like with my clothes. It's nice to get inspiration from other people as well on like how they look and how they seem really confident in themselves as well. Like it's pretty inspiring. So I kind of draw that in and it helps me express myself more. And I'm like, I just want to be myself.
Okay. Yeah, always be yourself. Sometimes, we do these things and it just defines of who we are and how we can be better versions of ourselves. And I
Yeah.
think, you've been doing this for a while now and it's helped you be a better person.
Yeah, I'm like very different to when I first started out. I mean, yeah, I wasn't like very confident. I didn't really know what I was doing, but of course it's like a learning journey. And there's probably still loads more things I can learn and like utilize. But yeah, I've definitely improved and like looked after myself a bit better as well. I feel better about myself. Like I can look in the mirror and be like, oh, I kind of feel okay with myself today, and not
Okay.
just be quite like insecure because I used to just be really, really insecure.
I understand. I understand. But now
Hmm.
you get to this and it's like, this has made me into a better person. It's nice. You
Hmm.
listen, every day you're gonna face new adventures, new challenges.
Yeah. Yeah. You are.
It's how you come out of it is what matters.
Yeah, that's very true. Like sometimes you can just sit there and really dwell on things, or you can just have a positive outlook
Mhm.
and improve. And that's what I try to do. I try to be as positive as I can.
There you go. Let's see. Next one. What are some challenges you face balancing your mental health while maintaining a public persona?
Yeah, that's very tricky. I guess therapy is one of the big ones.
You
Certainly
did say
like
you have a
recently.
therapist.
I do have a therapist, which is really handy. Because I mean I needed one for a while anyway, but um it's hard, especially when you're going through periods of time where your mental health is like declining, but there's also the expectation from social media to like keep posting, interacting with your fans, and not necessarily like seeming like you're happy. Like I'll be real with my fans if I'm not like feeling okay and that kind of thing, because it's okay to not be okay, which is very important to know. But it's hard, and sometimes I'll take breaks from making content to like look after myself. I'll be like, I'm a bit overwhelmed right now, and I'm just not going to be posting for a little bit. But again, it's those loyal subs and stuff which understanding. They tell me it's okay. I have a life. Things happen, so it's nice again to hear those messages from them. And you just have to not beat yourself up too much about it because you can't be okay every day, and it's okay to not like work super hard every single day. Like you need a break, you need self-care. You can't do your job very well if you're not looking after yourself.
Yeah, it's tricky. Mental health is a serious thing. I actually Azora. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I actually did a documentary talk about mental health situations.
Oh,
It
nice.
was I think yeah, it was back in college. I did 3 documentaries, and
Mm-hmm.
it was really good. Like, mental health, it's really like an important thing to talk about because lots of people are like going like crazy. They're committing suicide, having an episode, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people are not talking about it. And I feel like that's something that needs to be talked about more.
Yeah.
The thing is, throughout these years, I've never had an episode. Like, I've always made sure I've remained grounded and kept my head on a swivel because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's just, I think in that and making sure you talk to the right people, meditate if you can. Don't do
Yeah.
anything. You can't. Don't do anything that's going to cost you because I've seen so many people who die of mental health,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's it's awful.
it's not pretty.
It's not, no. You need to find ways that are gonna like make you feel better. Like somebody's self-care routine isn't gonna be the same as another person's. We all have things we enjoy doing. And of course, like when we have like depressive episodes and things like that, it can be tricky to do the things we enjoy to do. But even just getting outside and having a little bit of fresh air can perk you up a bit, just to be connected from nature or avoid your phone. You know, People can be too attached to their phones. Like sometimes I just need to shove it away, leave it. Like I'll go take a bath, I'll go read a book, I'll be in a dark space just by myself, and like that helps me. Um, or like being outside
Oh,
helps me as well. So yeah,
I tell you, yeah, it's true. Taking my bus, I've seen you take a lot of baths and everything. And yeah, because it also stuff like that. Sometimes yesterday I went to one of my parks, Triplet. Like to run out there,
nice.
like to because thing is, I always because nature.
Yeah,
I just I go there every Saturday, every Sunday, and I just want to get away from everything.
yeah, that's a good thing to do. It's
So it
needed.
helps. So it helps. I think I ran at least almost 3 miles.
Wow, nice. I'm not a very good runner.
Well, I just want to stay healthy. Just
Yeah,
it helps with cardio. That and just like I said before, just get away from stuff.
exactly. Yeah, even if you're not running, you can just walk around the park and just like take everything in. Like what can you notice around you? I like to do that. It keeps your mind busy and like you focus on things you don't usually focus on.
Gotcha. Of course. Um, let's see. Let's see. Next one. Okay. Looking back, what's something you wish you could tell your younger self before this journey began?
Hmm. Probably that everything will be okay and honestly just don't focus on what other people tell you or what other people are saying to you because their opinions don't matter. Like you just have to know what you want to do and work towards that because I'm quite like a sensitive person, so maybe in the past, whatever people have said to me, I can like hold on to that and focus on it. Um, Whereas now I'm a bit better at that. So that's probably what I'd say. Is just to ignore the haters in a way. Yeah.
That's
Just be
nice.
confident. Like trust in yourself, be yourself, be authentic. Um, and people who enjoy the things that you enjoy will like follow you, you know?
It's nice. Always do that. And listen, the fact that you've gone from like, those stuff, like I said, I be telling people, like, main thing what I'm trying to point out is stop trying so hard to be something that you're not.
Exactly. Like there's so many people that kind of like look the same, are the same. What's the point in living your life trying to be somebody else, you know?
Hmm.
Just find what you like to do. Like it's okay if you're not like somebody else. People want authenticity, you know, they want to see something different. So you just have to try your best to do that.
Exactly. Keep always keep that. And Azora, you're making it work.
Thank you. I try my best.
Yeah. Of course, listen, that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for. Do your
Hmm.
best. I'm trying to do my best here. I can't do the stuff that you're doing because I was like, like if even if I do all that other stuff, I was like, what am I gonna do when I get older? It's like it's just
Hmm.
no, not saying that's. I'm not saying you should stop because I'm saying this. I
Yeah.
want you to keep doing what you like doing. I'm just saying, like
Hmm.
for me personally, since I'm usually like the nice person in this
Yeah.
area in this circle. I just want to make sure I do what's true to me.
That's all you got to do, really. Just do what you want to do.
Outside of work, what brings you peace or happiness? Hobbies, travel, friendships, or downtime?
So being in nature, usually like taking a walk or going to see some animals, that kind of thing. Like seeing my family. I like to try and keep in contact with them. And my best friend. I don't get to see them very often, so I'll do that. Um, Museums. I quite like museums. They're really fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. Finding new food places because I love food. And reading, gaming, my baths. I love to do. Yeah. Shopping. I like to shop as well. I don't really get to do that much.
Oh, I think it's still much. I mean, you still like doing all the stuff that you're doing, even if it's outside of work. You shop for new stuff, eat. Every Friday I do try to go out for ice cream.
Ooh,
So, I
that's a
mean,
good thing to
as
do. Mm.
I would say this, Zora. I mean, and you'll like this. What I'm about to say, Zora. Like, I posted a picture on Instagram with me eating Ben and Jerry's ice cream,
Mm.
and then I think you're familiar with Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah,
So, I was saying, don't forget, y'all, enjoy the small moments in life.
that's very important. Yeah, it
So,
is. It's always the small moments that are almost the biggest in a way.
exactly. Like all that big stuff is just noise, but I just want things to be quiet around here.
Yeah, and Ben and Jerry's is very delicious. So
It is. That ultraviolet, that was delicious.
I don't think I've
It's
heard of
the
that one.
Yeah, it is. It's the ultraviolet with brownies and chocolate chips in it. Really good
Ooh,
stuff.
I mean, you probably have more flavors than we do over here, but I usually just stick to the chocolate fudge brownie.
There you go. This
So
this
good.
it's they have really good flavors in there. I might need to try a new flavor next Friday, this upcoming week. But thing is, I don't know if I'm going to make it because I have another convention coming up this weekend. I'm going to.
Oh, well, hopefully you find time to get some ice cream.
I'll make it work. Maybe if I have to go, because thing, wait, actually, I don't have to go to the convention on Friday because it's all weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So I guess I could go on that Friday.
I'm sure you can make time for that.
I'll make it work.
Absolutely.
Last question. Finally, what's your message to anyone pursuing their own version of empowerment and creative freedom?
Hmm. I think is kind of make a plan, like try and put your vision onto piece of paper or a board and know what you want to achieve. Otherwise, it can just become messy and you get stuck in a loop of like, what am I doing? Like, I've done that a few times. So, but also create whatever you want to create, even if it's been done numerous times or if it's never been done at all, keep doing it. You're not always going to get the views and likes you hope to. Like, you might spend hours on a project and get little likes, but that's okay. Just keep going at it and the right audience will find you and enjoy your stuff.
Of course, and Azora, I'd be telling people this: no matter what you do, you're going to be good at it. Just stay focused. Because here's the thing: everything that you're doing, like whether it's like not safe for work stuff, voice acting, illustrating, professional business, everything, it's a big universe out there. You
Mm-hmm.
just need to
It
start
is.
looking. You just need to start looking.
Yeah, it can be quite daunting, especially coming into the creative industry where it's just forever growing, almost like your competition. It's difficult. It's changed since I first started. It never used to be like so big. So getting your ideas out there to the right audience is really tricky, especially with Instagram and their AI features just suspending every single account. And then that affects your reach instantly. So, but you have to not let things affect you too much. You have to keep going and keep being creative.
It, exactly. Just be creative. That's all we can ask.
Yeah,
No matter what. Just like I said, just stay focused and everything. Like I said, I will put this on my bio. Never give up because great things take time.
exactly. No, I agree with that.